Alright guys, so this is one of my recent mantiquing discoveries. I'm always on the lookout for these old wooden hand planes when I go to the antique stores. This is 28 inches long, which I believe qualifies this as a triplane or jointer plane. It has the old style steel that is non-parallel surfaces. Sandusky Tools Company, warranted cast steel. I don't know if that's good or not, and I don't really care. There are a ton of videos out on YouTube that talk about how to pick these things, and being as cheap as I am, I'm even stricter than a lot of those guys. The tool has to be in really, really good shape, and basically the person selling it has to not know what they're selling in order for me to be willing to pay for it. I have seen these go for $150 in some antique stores, and this one was about a fifth of that. So I couldn't walk away. I tried. I picked it up. I put it back. I went back to it. I tried to walk away from this thing, and I could not bring myself to do it. So here's the thing. The price I paid for it is awesome if this thing works. The price I paid for it is a reasonable price just for this double iron set right here. I have checked this thing out with a square. It is not square. The mouth's not terribly open with the blade in it. It's actually pretty well closed, and it's even. There's a little bit of a dip in the center of the sole, so that needs to be fixed anyway. So I think what I'm probably going to do is just try to flatten the sole the way it is and not worry about square just yet, and see where that gets me. So I flattened this sole just using the Stanley. I have not done anything to this blade. This blade is in the condition it was in when I bought it, which is not good at all. But this thing's pulling shavings. Now they're pretty fat, and I'm not the best at adjusting wooden planes. But I'm trying to take this down to the finest shaving I can get out of it. So it's not perfectly clear, but there's two pin nails in there. So this thing's been reseated. I highly doubt that that was how they put it in when they first made it. The horn of the handle's broken off, and it's a closed grip handle, which I haven't messed with these enough to have a preference, but so far I'm not fond of it. I would prefer to have that open. But this is a really nice solid block, no cracks. I think this thing's okay. I think I'm gonna live with this, the body of this the way it is. I think I'm gonna just touch the blade up first, and then we'll put it back in the plane and see what the plane does. I just want to clean these. I don't have a ton of metal to remove from this. There are some nicks, but this diamond plate right here is calling itself 200. So hopefully we'll see how it does. I may not have to go to the grinder with this. Getting close. It's still got a little bitty nick right in the middle. Oh, my hand's cramping up. I'm remembering why I used the grinder. Oh. Alright, so we're on 600, which is the finest on this block, and We're basically just going to try to remove as much of the scratching as we can, then we're going to move to a natural stone. The fine on this one is an Arkansas stone. I don't know enough about these to give you a grade or anything like that. It almost feels like I'm not even doing anything, like I'm just pushing it around on oil. But you can see the color of the stone changing, or at least I can. I don't know if it's showing up, it's real subtle. And that's getting shinier and shinier, so alright. Now, on to this puppy right here. This thing is schmutzed bad, so we're going to move that to the medium and see what we can do about cleaning her up. So now, there's a flat spot right along here that's supposed to register, and I just hang it off the edge of the stone so that it's not parallel, and just give her a little flat spot here. Now, when I'm placing my back iron, I try to get it just as close to that as I can get it. People try to call out measurements, but I'm not going to try to judge it. I get it as close as I can to the tip of the blade. Let's give this thing a little bit more meat than we did last time and see how she does. She's pulling about the same on both sides. A little bit more on the right than the left. Okay, curling right up. Shavings feel good. Let's try it on something hard. It's just walnut. Let's step up to some red oak. Well, she's eating. Alright, now let's move on to something that's going to stress her out a little bit. Let's try some e-pay. Alright, sweetie, let's see if you like eating enough. Oh, get out of town. Oh, dude, she is making this board her bitch. Well, damn. It looks like old girl likes to eat. All I've done to this thing is flatten the sole. I didn't even flatten the whole thing. There's still... I just got it flat enough to use. And touch the blade up. Blade took me 15 minutes. And, so yeah, wooden triplane. Stoked. This thing's pretty neat. I'm stoked. This thing's nice. So... And it's not even nice. Making a long story short, after all that rambling that I cut out of the video, I'm just going to wax the sole of this thing. I'll wind up replacing the handle at some point with an open handle that doesn't have this thing in the front here, which is, I'm positive that's why this wedge is so banged up right here. That's pretty much the only spot you got to hit it with this thing in the way. So So at some point I'll replace the handle in this thing, but as of right now, this thing is working. And I don't actually use these to dimension and straighten lumber or wood of any kind. I use these for getting rid of saw marks and stuff. So I don't need the type of precision that you're going to get or that you're going to want when you're using these things exclusively. So this right here will just help me with the bigger pieces and stuff. And instead of trying to run one of these things down a 6-foot board, I can pull this thing out and just knock a few shavings off of it and get a nice surface ready for finish. This thing I got real lucky. I've been looking for a long time at these things, and I finally came across one that was priced way lower than what I think it should have been. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.